I want to talk to you about 7 credit cards that guarantee 3,000 to 10,000 limits. Okay, so here's a review I want you to pay attention to. The first credit card that I want to share with you is Credit One Bank Wonder card, and this card is great for travel, and you can actually get like a initial credit limit of $6,000. What we love about this Credit One Bank Wonder card is that you are able to earn rewards like really fast. And so $6,000 is if you have average credit, so 600 in FICO score. So you have you are able to earn 10x points on eligible hotels and car rentals booked through the Credit One Bank Travel Partner site. You can earn 5x points on eligible travel, dining, and gas, and you can earn 1x points on all other purchases. This is really fantastic. And the intro offer here is 10,000 bonus points. Fantastic. Now this card does charge $95 as an annual fee. And what we don't like about the card is that the APR is kind of high. So this card is great when you like the APR is at 28%, is really high. So you do not want to carry a balance on the card. The initial credit limit, 6,000, is very generous in this card category, but you do not want to charge anything on the card and leave it like have a revolving line of credit, like rollover balances. And the cool thing we love about this card overall is that, you know, basically you have few cards for people with fair credit offer rewards on travel, and even fewer offer rewards rate that are really high in this many categories. Think about it: 10x, 5x, and 1x. And what we love about the Wonder card also is that it comes with a minimum starting credit line of $6,000. And it can go all the way to $10,000. Now, what we have found in our research is that depending on the geography you're in, on the state you're in, they might actually start you a little lower. So you might go from like $500 all the way to $2,000. But it really depends if your income is really low. Like let's say you were making like less than $1,000 a month in revenue. That's the only thing. So the 3,000, the 6,000 I'm just talking about, this just means that you have at least $2,000 a month when it comes to revenue, when it comes to your salary, gross income, of course. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here into this conversation. I want to share with you credit cards that guarantee $3,000 to $10,000 limit. Another card I want to share with you here is the Upgrade Cash Rewards Visa. And this card is kind of fantastic because this is our pick for cashback plus flexibility. If you're looking for a credit card that has cashback and flexibility, you will love the card. And Upgrade actually will guarantee to you a minimum credit limit of $3,000 if you are making at least $1,000 in income, at least. We're speaking about gross income here, okay? So, and we have seen some viewers and some of our clients get an initial credit limit with Upgrade all the way to $10,000. So this is totally possible, but the initial one can go from like $3,000 is a good limit, and if you're making at least $1,000 a month, not a problem. Now, this card is an ideal choice if you plan to carry a balance, because the APR is kind of cool. You are able to earn 1.5% unlimited cashback on card purchases every time you make a payment. So basically, you are able to combine the flexibility of a credit card with the predictability of a personal loan. This is why a lot of folks love this card, because you are able to actually get a personal line of credit all the way to $25,000 with Upgrade. In other words, you can convert your credit limits into a personal line of credit and actually get cash. This is really great. On top of that, you can also qualify without a hard pull initially, so you're getting a soft pull. So this is really cool. But what we love about this card overall is the 1.5% cashback. 1.5% cashback, and on top of that, this card has a $0 annual fee, so you're not paying anything every year. This is really fantastic. The only thing you need to be aware of is that the card is not available if you are a resident of Iowa, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Washington State. So, Washington, D.C. So there are 3 states and the nation's capital. Those residents in those 4 geographies do not qualify for the Upgrade Cash Rewards Visa. But the initial limit on this Upgrade card is $3,000 if you are making at least $1,000 and you have a FICO score, the FICO score of minimum 580. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about credit cards that guarantee $3,000 to $10,000 limit. Let me talk to you about another card. That's the Capital One Quicksilver One Cash Rewards. So this card is great if you're looking for a flat rate cashback. And the initial credit limit on this Capital One Quicksilver One Cash Rewards is $5,000. If you are making at least $1,500 every month, that's gross income, and you basically have a FICO score of 610. If you have a FICO score of 610, you could qualify for a credit limit that starts at $5,000. And what we love about this Capital One Quicksilver One Cash Rewards is that you have a card that offers flexibility in many areas. Let me just break it down for you. Basically, the card actually earns unlimited 1.5% cash back on purchases. The card also earns 5% back on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Okay, you can be automatically considered for a higher credit limit in as little as 6 months. But if you have at least $1,500, you can qualify for $5,000 with no problem. Okay, and the card, what we love about the card is that the card, they can bump you real fast to $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 if you use the card responsibly. So within a year, you can double your initial limit. Okay, but there is a $39 annual fee that you need to be aware of. So basically, you will need to spend $2,600 per year on the card to make that back, not including any 5% travel categories. And unlike some other cashback cards, it doesn't allow you to boost your rewards earnings with bonus categories. So this is something you need to be aware of. But overall, what we love about the card is that you earn 1.5% unlimited cashback on every purchase every single day. And the cool thing is that there are no rotating categories or limits to how much you can earn, and cashback does not expire for the life of the account. It's really that simple, and you are able to actually also get you can strengthen your credit like with responsible card use. And Capital One is a very, very generous lender. As long as you are able to make your payments every single month, not a problem. And you can maintain your CUR, your credit utilization ratio, below 25%. If you can maintain it below 25%, you are good to go, and you will be a good candidate for a credit line increase in as little as 6 months. Another card that I want to share with you here is Prosper Card. And this Prosper Card, the initial limit here is $3,000 as long as you are making $1,000 a month in gross income, and you actually have a FICO score of 600. If you actually maintain that, if you have those criteria, you can actually get a $3,000 limit, initial limit. I mean, that's minimum. Of course, you can get more. But the card is really fantastic because the card actually is very generous in the category it's at. Now, the card doesn't offer rewards though, but it also does charge an annual fee. But the issuer goes out of its way to encourage people with less than perfect credit to apply. So if you are looking to beef up your credit, this is a decent place to start. The Prosper Card. Okay, I mean, as you probably know, Prosper is known for being a lender to the sort of subprime territory, if you will. And so they are good for they're known for their business loans. Now they're venturing into the credit card space. And what we love about this card is that you do have a pre-qualification process. So they have a soft pull process. So you can actually save your credit by actually applying with the soft pull to see if you could qualify. But minimum is $3,000 you can get. And the cool thing is that you are able also to know exactly what kind of limits you might get for you to be approved, right? So this is kind of cool. And the cool thing is if you are approved, you can begin using your credit line immediately. Okay, no need to actually wait for the physical card. In other words, you will have like an element in your digital wallet, in your Samsung, in your Google, or in your Apple digital wallet, and you can start using the money right away. So this is really good. But just be sure that you are aware that there is an annual fee of $39. That's waived the first year, but afterwards, the subsequent years, you have to pay it. You have to pay it. Okay, and the APR is kind of high though. The APR is also it goes from 25% all the way to 35%. So again, this is one of those cards where you do not want to carry a balance. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about credit cards that guarantee $3,000 to $10,000 limits. I want to talk to you about another card, and that's the Capital One Platinum. So this card actually gives you also $3,000 minimum. And if you have a FICO score of 590, and if you are making at least $1,250, so $1,250. And the thing is that if you make those minimums, you could qualify for the limits here, $3,000. And what we love about the card is that this is a card that is really great for simplicity. You're not actually getting any rewards from the card. Okay, this card is not giving you anything. This is a card just for you to actually build your credit. That's all. The card has no benefits, has no rewards, nothing at all. Okay, and but the good thing is that it's fairly easy to get approved for. And if you are trying to strengthen your credit, it's a simple, solid, no annual fee option with an incentive for responsible behavior. So what will happen here is that Capital One will actually study your account every now and then, every 6 months, or every 3 to 6 months. And if they see something positive happening on the account, they'll let you know, and they'll let you know with positive news. They will increase your credit limits automatically. They're not going to ask you anything; they will do it automatically. So this is a good way to see that you have been monitored, that your positive credit behavior is being appreciated, is being rewarded, and so this is really great. But I just want to remember that it is minimum credit limit here is $3,000, but you need to maintain a positive, like a history of positive payment history. Okay, a history of positive payments. And one thing I want to say also is that with this card, what you want to do is you do not want to carry a balance, because Capital One charges you a high APR, 30%. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to have a system whereby you pay your balances in full every single month. You can have reminders you can have an app, like a budgeting app such as Mint or Empower or YNAB, for instance, where you have like a reminder every month to say, okay, you know what, my bill is due, my Capital One bill is due. I mean, you can apply this for all the loans and credit cards that I'm talking about in today's conversation anyway. So not just for Capital One, you can do it for Prosper, for Upgrade, for Credit One, Bank Wonders. Okay, this is totally possible. Another card I want to share with you here is the Avon credit card. So Avon credit card will give you an initial credit limit of $5,000 if you are making at least $2,000 in income every single month. We're talking about gross income, and you have to maintain a minimum credit score of 580. Minimum credit score of 580. $5,000, you have to make at least $2,000 in gross income. So that's $24,000 in gross income every single year minimum for you to qualify for this Avon credit card. And the card actually charges you an annual fee. So this card is actually for the subprime category, because a card that charges you an annual fee but does not have rewards, that's for the subprime category. So basically, the annual fee here is $59. And the regular APR goes from 30% all the way to 35%. So this is really good in terms of you trying to really build or rebuild credit and do it in a very systematic way. So a large part of the Avon credit card's appeal involves things it doesn't have, which include no penalty APR and no deposit required. So this is an unsecured credit card, of course. And so this no frills card is a great option if you do not want to have a secured credit card, but you cannot be approved for a credit card with a lower interest rate. So this is really good. So what are the pros and cons of this card here? Let's first talk about the pros. This card helps you build your credit by reporting to all 3 credit bureaus, and you can check to see if you qualify for this card without recording a hard inquiry on your credit report. So this is kind of cool. What about the cons here? You cannot complete balance transfers with this card, and the 30% variable APR is on the higher side. So again, but this is really sort of neat. It's understood though, because we're talking about subprime credit cards. And again, you just have to make sure that you actually display responsible behavior for your card to be upgraded, so that you can actually either stay with Avant or go to another card. I mean, do not close the card anywhere unless they are basically charging you like crazy. If they increase their annual fee like crazy, then it doesn't become interesting anymore. The last card I want to share with you in today's conversation is Citi Double Cash Card, and the initial limit on this card is $6,000, as long as you are making at least $2,500 in minimum gross income every month. $2,500, and then you have a FICO score of 600, $2,500 in terms of minimum income, and $6,000. That's really the initial limit. And of course, when it comes to Citi, you need to have a relationship with Citi, meaning you have to have a Citibank account to qualify for this credit card. But this card is great because it is great for high flat rate cashback. For instance, the rewards rate here, 2% cashback. Think about it, 2% cashback. You earn 2% on every purchase, with unlimited 1% cashback when you buy, plus an additional 1% as you pay for those purchases. So to earn cashback, you need to pay at least the minimum due on time. This is really good. So you have balance transfer only offer here. You have 0% intro APR on balance transfers for 18 months. It's really cool. After that, the variable APR will be 19.24% to 29.24% based on your credit worthiness. And balance transfers do not earn cashback, and the intro APR does not apply to purchases as well. So the thing is, if you need to be aware that if you actually transfer a balance, interest will be charged on your purchases unless you pay your entire balance, including balance transfers, by the due date each month. So those are little technicalities you need to be aware of. But the initial limit here is $6,000, which is pretty generous for a bank. And you need to also remember that once you have the card, this is a cashback credit card, and please stay away from the balance transfer because it's just not a winning proposition for you. One thing I also need to say here is that just remember that the APR for cash advances is really high, 99%. So you do not want to withdraw money from this card or any credit card for that matter. Okay, I mean, except a very few number of credit union credit cards. Do not use your credit cards to withdraw money. Okay, this is just a bad idea. It's a bad suggestion. Never do it. I don't care how low you think the APR is. You do not want to go that route. So, this is an important element for you to pay attention to. One thing I also need to say here is that you need to make sure that you keep your balance that you keep your credit card, your Citi credit card, in good shape so that they can increase your limit. Before I do a quick recap here, I want to share with you our credit card evaluation approach. We have a method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing credit cards. Check this out. All right, let's quickly recap here. So number one, we have Credit One Bank Wonder card. Number two, you have Upgrade Cash Rewards Visa. Number three, Capital One Quicksilver One Cash Rewards. Number four, Prosper Card. Number five, Capital One Platinum. Number six, Avant Credit Card. Number seven, Citi Double Cash Card. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.